that's why he's still on the song. The song is out, but Cuban came with another version, another beat that's fire. You know, we gonna put that
Yeah,
together.
we was gonna show the difference between, you know what I'm saying, the Lord Jamar version and what he wanted to do, because we still give him props of
But
putting us
But
together.
then niggas
oh
threaten
yeah,
him.
you said what?
Didn't they threaten Lord Jamal?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But I'm saying, as far
Right.
as like
Chef Mark. So Chef Mark, Lord Jamal went to school with Chef Mark back in the day. So he's telling me that
Chef Mark
Chef
is a
Mark
Terror Squad
called me.
affiliate that is a
Terror
round
affiliate,
fucking little
Fat Joe.
fucking. It looks like a google for fucking the Fraggle Rock. One of them
Two.
little niggas that was building the things. He's a bologna smoker. That's a Fat Joe yes man. That's been a chef. He's a great chef. He made a Cuban link sandwich, a Big Pun burger. You know, back when the TS days with us, he was part of Remember when the Locks came to Pun's billiards in the haircut barbershop?
Yeah.
He had the shop next door. You know what
So
I'm saying? That's how far me and
Chef
Chef
Mark
Mark story goes.
calls Lord Jamal while we on the phone, and Lord Jamal's like, yo, that's him calling me right now. So I muted my phone, and Chef was just telling him like, yo, you gotta apologize to Joe, and Lord is like, well, I gotta apologize to Joe for? I ain't doing nothing to him. He did me. He was like, then Chef tried to make it about Joe's mom. Like, yo, you said something about Joe's mom. So Lord Jamal's going back and forth. Like, nigga, show me where I said something about Joe's mom. So Chef basically told him, threatened him politely, like, yo, you know you gonna bump into niggas down the line somewhere at an event. You know you gotta apologize. So Lord was like, nah, why I gotta apologize? Joe should apologize to me, if anything. And he's like, yo, I'm telling you, do the right thing. So I hollered at Chef. I told Lord Jamal, give me Chef his number. I called Chef. And I'm like, yo, Chef, what's up? He like, yo, who this? I said, it's TA, nigga. He's like, oh shit, TA, what's good? What's up with you? I say, yo, but why you calling people? I ain't say Lord Jamal name at first. I say, yo, why you calling people, threatening people? He like, what you mean, TA? I say, yo, Chef, you calling niggas and you making threats, talking about niggas you gonna bump into niggas down the line. I say, yo, Chef, Joe disrespected people moms. He disrespected my moms. What make Joe so different from anybody else? He was like, nah, TA, but who you talking about? I say, yo, don't worry about who I'm talking about. So we got further in the story, and I'm like, yo, Chef, I got receipts, because he kept trying to say he ain't threatening nobody. I said, yes, you did, nigga. You did make a threat, nigga. He was like, nah, TA. I say, yo, Chef, mind your business. He like, yo, TA, but I never been in this rap shit. You know me, TA. We never have a problem. I said, exactly, nigga. You a chef, nigga. Stay in the chef's lane, nigga. You ain't no tough nigga or whatever. So he's like, oh, I know who you talking about. You talking about Lord Jamal. And I was like, yeah, I'm talking about Lord Jamal. So he was like, yo, but I ain't threatening him. I said, I got the receipts. You know what I mean by when I say I got the receipts? I'm not gonna say I got the receipt, and I don't really got the receipt of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
said, and he was like, "Oh, if I threaten him, I'm sorry. I ain't, you know, I ain't mean it though. TA, I ain't got nothing to do with this. But of course, I told Chef, yo, you know, I ain't gonna put it out there that we spoke or whatever. But he riding with the enemies and shit. Anybody riding
Of
with Joe,
course.
ain't no loyalty to anybody else but Joe.
And they
So
always come back like that. See, like Chef, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to threaten them. Motherfucker, you know what you meant. You know what you said. There's
absolutely,
no, you know what I'm saying? The
And
message was sent
here's
across
the
already.
stupid
Like,
thing about these niggas, man. You making threats on phones. You not looking at what the fuck is going on with Big U and all these motherfuckers that you gotta let Joe go and let you go and threaten the nigga on the phone? You stupid ass.
at the end of the day, Joe gonna be held accountable for those threats, not them,
Goddamn right.
not
yeah,
them. Joe,
but I don't think even Lord Jamal thought saw that as a threat. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Nigga, if he say, if a nigga say, yo, you know you gonna run into niggas somewhere, that's a threat, bro.
no,
was
I know that. But Lord Jamal said that he don't
yo,
he take it as a threat
that's-
because you know
you
him and Chef was like grew up together, and he's a punk. Bottom line, that's what he told me. So at the end of the day, it's like, all
like,
right, if you,
but
so,
Chef Mark ain't necessarily got to do anything. It's the niggas
yeah,
around.
of course, he's not gonna do shit. Chef is a baloney, but he'll send that message, and then something like that to get done
It's
to
the niggas
Lord.
putting Joe's balls on their head like goggles. It's those niggas that's gonna
Yo,
try.
these niggas gonna send Joe, no, Joe gonna send himself to jail. Thinking that this shit is back in the day where you could send niggas to do shit to niggas. Nigga, you going to jail, my nigga.
I don't
I
want him
know
in
I'm
jail.
going to jail if a
I
nigga
want
put
him
their
out here. I want
fucking
him
hands on me.
to do all
I'm going to jump on the stage like the nigga did in Atlanta and punch Jay-Z in his face in front of motherfucking 20,000. But me, nigga, I'm going postal. Niggas put their fucking hands on me.
You still ain't called Jamal back yet. You ain't phone call, Choke.
I called him yesterday. He ain't called me back. He texted me. He said he gonna hit me back.
Called him yesterday because I
Yeah.
spoke to.
He said, he said, yo, I'm gonna hit you back. And I said, peace. I look forward to it. He never called.
And listen, like I said, like me, I'm not like I'm not mad at Lord Jamar per se. I'm mad disappointed, of course. Like I told you why, because to me it's a deeper conversation to have, like the politics behind the scenes and how things get blocked and how people, even in a law court, wouldn't say this blackballing, but that's blackballing to us in the hood. That's like
It
when you start
is.
throwing, you start calling in favors for people not to do songs with others, and they entice them either with fear, either with a bigger bag or a bigger opportunity for us not to get heard out there. He's been doing that. He could afford that because the hip hop industry get away from me, nigga. The hip hop industry is backing him up. Is what I'm saying. Like when I say hip hop, the industry is like people like a Grand Puba that he has a great relationship with, and like a Nori, that's why Nori says what he says, and they spread this. So it's not like something you could prove in court or nothing. So I would never do that anyway. I will never take the call right for that. Them niggas owe me in blood. That's it. That's for life. So
Right.
I'm different with that. But as far as like, I want the people to see this. This is why you don't hear the Cuban link music out there, merited with the same love and respect as
Yeah,
other
because these fucking
MCs.
niggas be blocking. They be blocking, and
They,
niggas act like they don't, and they do.
right,
But when you
exactly.
got
Like,
niggas
they're
like
gonna,
Cuba
like Joe
that
would get
fucking
on,
telling this
dog.
nigga, yo, play politics with this nigga, why? That nigga
But,
said I
but
was the weakest nigga in the fucking crew, nigga.
I mean,
Why
I
the
mean,
fuck with me? You
Lord,
supposed to
Lord,
be jumping on the song with me, fucking destroying this nigga
Lord
lyrically.
Jamar still said that, he's saying that nobody got to him. I spoke to him the other day. He like, yo, nobody got to me, TA. The Pooba, nobody got to Joe ain't talked to Pooba or whatever. It's just, this is all family shit. Nobody got to me. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't really know what's going on. All I know is
and
that
that's why he got to be held
hold up, Cuban.
accountable. That's why
Hold
Lord
up, Cuban.
Jamal got to be
Hold up,
held
Cuban.
accountable.
I
Who
don't
is
That's
know
this
what
what's
dumb
going
nigga
hold
talking
up.
about TH got
Hold
choked
up. I
nervous?
don't know what's going on, but I know
Stupid nigga.
this. I'm not trying to be played with. Don't play with me. If I do something for you, this is blood, sweat, and tears. This is my work. This is my passion. This is what I'm dedicated to. And you asked me to do something, and I did it in 2 days for you. And you waited 3 months to tell niggas that, yo, I spoke to my team and they told me it was a bad idea. It's too late. It's the timing. But when we did it, that
With
shit with
no
the
money,
FBA, that
no
shit
money.
with the FBA was still popping off. It would have been way litter than what it is right now, because them niggas would have ran with it. Everybody would have ran. It would have had so much momentum. So that to me, I think he already knew what he was going to do months ago.
But that's malicious.
When he could have just kept it
Nah,
rolling and be
nah,
like,
nah.
yo,
I believe he had every good intention
I
of
think he had
doing
nah,
the
good
yeah,
song and
intentions
putting
in
it
it.
out and crushing that nigga
he
lyrically.
did, but his peoples talked him out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Because
did.
they
But
Yeah,
his
started
and
peoples
he's
talked
talking
him
supposed
that
to
out of
be
it.
he's
shit.
supposed to be the
And
leader.
I
But
guess
like I
he,
told him, Pooba ain't got a record. You got this record. This record, you put this together. Choke, you hollered at me. If it wasn't for you, Choke, I wouldn't have never did it. If Lord Jamar just would have came up, because I ain't know who Lord Jamar was. If he would have just came up to me or hollered at me on Instagram like, yo, I need a verse, I probably wouldn't have done it. But since it was you, Choke, and you did it, he would have been like, yo, Cuban is on it or whatever. I still wouldn't have probably done it, because I'm like, I don't know how true that is. Nigga trying to get a verse out of me or whatever. But Choke hollered at me like, yo, TA, Lord Jamar got a song. He putting Cuban on it. I think you should do it. And I'm like, all right, set it up. And,
Yeah,
set it
Panda
up, put us on the
Panda
phone.
let me know. Panda Chop let me know about the whole situation too,
Yeah.
and he
I
forwarded
just
them
don't want to be
to me.
played with. Don't play with my work, man. This is the same shit Joe did. You feel what I'm saying? I wrote over 30 songs for him. I formatted all the way up again. I told the story. I feel like I told it 1,000 times. Like, I wrote verses for Joe that got Lil Wayne on it. I helped him write. All I do is win remix verse, and I ain't get paid for nothing. I ain't get compensated for nothing. That shit
Yeah,
is out the window. I'm not playing those games these years. Nobody come up to me and be like, yo, TA, I need a verse. Let's do the paperwork. I need the check. Straight up. We're not doing nothing for free on this side.
yeah,
And
right.
I
yeah.
did it
So
for Lord. I did it for
Lord,
Lord. I ain't asked for no bread. What I did ask for, yo, give me an outfit, and when the song come out, let's do the paperwork. Pay for the studio time. He paid for the studio time or whatever. That's what I asked for. Then he was playing those games. I said, matter of fact, fuck the outfit. Just get Cuban.
studio time is like $100 though. Between
Get
100 and
Cuban.
200 bucks.
Look, like 200-300. Get Cuban flight. I take care.
That's it.
I could get my own shit, but it's the principle, nigga. I'm doing
But I
this
would have
shit
got
for
my own
free for
flight
you.
too. I would have got my own flight. He would
You
have
feel what
told
I'm
me though.
saying?
If he would have told me, yo, my dude, we said I don't got the budget like that, this, that, we doing it like, you know what I'm saying, we putting our own effort into it. I would have said, I got you, I'm gonna be there. I would have said that.
Hey, the flight don't cost shit to come to New York from Florida.
It don't
Like,
matter. We would have took a Greyhound bus. It
nigga,
don't
that
matter.
shit
I
now
would have took a
it look like
skateboard
he
over
was
there.
really decoying the whole shit even longer now.
But
That's what I'm
it's all
saying.
good. We here now with it. We here now with it. It's no love lost. We love
And
Lord
to keep it
Jamar.
fair,
I think he's a good dude. I think he's a good dude. You know,
to keep
him
it
and
fair, to
Choke.
keep it
Him and
fair,
Choke got to talk.
he
Like
said
yo,
we're gonna
Choke. I
be in
told.
it.